The fountain of youth does exist to an extent, okay? And if you're not familiar with the fountain of youth, it's a fountain of youth. No, I'm joking. It's supposed to be a fountain that you drink from or that you bathe in, and then it's supposed to help make you younger or, keep your youth, something like that. I don't remember, but you get the point. So this fountain of youth exists to a degree, but 80% of people watching this are not going to like what it actually is. It's exercise. There's no getting around it. That's what it is. And exercise has so many benefits to it. In fact, there are no downsides of exercise. Like, there's literally no downside besides two that I found. The first one is if you're doing it wrong. Obviously, you're going to hurt yourself or over-exercising, something like that, right? If you're doing it wrong, it's going to eliminate the benefits. And the second one is during the exercise itself, during the whatever you're doing, lifting weights or the cardio, walking, running, biking, you're putting a lot of stress on your body and it's uncomfortable, but you're putting on this stress, and what's happening is your body is building up a resilience against that stress. And so the more that you exercise, the more stress you can actually take on, because little bit of stress doesn't hurt. If you're just sitting around all the time and being comfortable, I've talked about this in one of my videos about how comfort is actually an enemy because it makes us soft, it makes us weak. Little things that are stressful or painful hurt way more than the things than if you're used to being uncomfortable, and little bit of uncomfortability doesn't hurt as much. And so for me, I was born with a heart issue, right? So I had heart surgery when I was 17 months old, and the doctors, in fact, one of the doctors is the head cardiologist at Boston Children's Hospital, told me that the exercise that I do, which I walk for about 20 to 25 minutes and then I lift weights. I do that about 3, 4, maybe 5 times a week, depending on the week. And what they told me is that's better for me than any pharmaceutical drug that I am either taking or could be taking. And so my exercise might be for a different reason than other people's, either to just get in shape or look good. Mine is just to keep my heart as healthy as I can. But I just wanted to look at some of the benefits of exercise, the benefits of the fountain of youth. Obviously, one is that you will live longer. Studies show that you do live longer. As long, obviously there are things that take place that are completely out of your control, but you're more likely to live longer if you exercise. The other thing is more energy, right? Who doesn't want that? It's obviously youthful people have a lot of energy. The older you get, the less energy you have. But if you are continuously investing into the exercise, you're going to have more energy. So when you exercise, there are lots of literature and books on this. One of the things that's happening is you're actually exercising your brain. And what that means is that you're oxygenating your brain. We don't breathe enough. We don't breathe as deep as we should. You're supposed to take I believe it's 10 deep breaths a day. Most people are hunched over at their job or at their screen or whatever it is, not breathing properly to begin with, and then not taking deep breaths. If you want to learn more about breathing, look at Wim Hof. If you don't know what that is, he's a pretty cool old dude. Anyways, he's done some amazing things just through breathing. I won't get into that. So you're oxygenating your blood, which is then oxygenating every single organ in your body more than if you're not exercising. And in doing so, one of the organs is your brain. So you're oxygenating your brain. And what this does is it helps reduce stress. It helps reduce depression and anxiety, and actually boosts your mood. It improves sleep, right? I got a couple things I want to look at here. Psychological stress moves down. It improves your bone health, the density of your bone. It actually protects your bones as well. So the older you get, the more mobility you actually have. And if you fall, you're less likely to break something. Um, it reduces pain, inflammation, stuff like that. Obviously, it builds muscle. That's a big one, right? We all want to be a little bit muscular. You want to be able to defend yourself. You want to be able to, have what they call functional strength. Not only lifting your own body, but maybe if you got kids, you want to be able to lift them too. One of the big ones for me, I love eating. That's the problem. I'm working on that. Okay, don't judge me too hard. And if you do, don't do it to my face. But I love eating, and I almost developed type 2 diabetes. Like I was a borderline pre-diabetic, which is, it's right there. One of the ways to manage or even prevent diabetes type 2 is through exercise, which comes up to another thing. You can actually manage your cholesterol levels through exercise. Here's a good one for anyone that is doing this. It improves sex life, right? And I'm looking at this list, dude, it goes on and on and on. Like the benefits, I can't even explain. The cardiovascular, you get what I'm saying, right? It levels out your blood sugar level, all that stuff. There's no downside to exercise. Now, here's the thing. You have these things, from my limited understanding of this, you have these things called telomeres. And the telomeres, the length of the telomere is your actual age. And supposedly you can get a blood test to tell you how old your internal self is. Sure, I'm 40 years old. Yeah, but what is my internal self? And you can get blood get blood tests to check that out. Now, these telomeres are at the end of your DNA. What these things do is at the beginning of your life, they're very long. And the longer they are, the faster you replicate cell production. And which means that, you can recover faster, rejuvenate faster, whatever it is, you heal faster, right? The older we are, they just get shorter and shorter and shorter, and eventually they stop, which means that's the reason we actually die, FYI. Now, the problem is with America, if you think of the American diet, even though none of this is really from America, like pizza and tacos. Actually, I guess tacos are an American thing, but burritos, whatever. Taco Bell, fast food, sitting around, doing nothing, drinking, smoking, doing drugs, being dormant, all this stuff. It actually shortens your telomeres. That's why you can run into people who are only 60 years old, but they look like they're 85. Like, holy cow, And so what exercise does is it keeps these things long, along with some other things too, right? Obviously, you want to eat healthy and you want to drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, lower your stress levels, stuff like that. That can, have purpose in your life. These can increase, you can't increase the length of the telomeres. You can just stop the shortening of it. And so it literally is the fountain of youth. It literally will stop your aging to a degree. I mean, I don't think we'll ever really stop. Well, we might come up with technology that really stops it. But one of the main ways to do that now, exercise. So let me know what you think. Do you exercise? If so, what do you do? If you don't exercise, why not? Tell me why. I mean, anyways, what do you think? Thanks.